In this lecture, we want to replace fake movie service with a real movie service. Now, our fake movie service has a few functions. In this module, in this component, we are using only 2 of these functions. So in this lecture, we want to focus only on these 2 functions, nothing more. So here in the services folder, let's add a new file, call it movieservice.js. Here we need to export 2 functions. One is get movies, and the other is delete movie, which takes a movie ID parameter. Now here we need to import our HTTP service from HTTP service module, and then call http.get. We need to pass the URL that is localhost port 3900/API/movies. And then we'll return the result. Similarly, for our movie ID, we need to call http.delete. Now, I don't want to repeat this address, so for now, let's just extract a constant, call it API endpoint, and set it to this string. Okay, and then we can use this in 2 places. That is better. Now, when deleting a movie, we should pass API endpoint and append the movie ID here. That's it. So let's go back to our movies component. We'll replace fake movie service with the real movie service. Now let's see where we have used these 2 functions so we can apply async and await. Let's search for get movies. Here's one instance in component did mount. So once again, we should call get movies, await the result, and get the data property, and then rename it to movies. With this, we can simplify this last line like this. We're done with this function. Now let's find delete movie. Okay, it's right here. So here we have implemented optimistic update. So we're assuming the call to the server is going to succeed. That's why we update the UI first. However, when working with a real backend, as you know, things may fail. So in those situations, we should undo the changes. Here I'm going to define a constant called original movies and set it to this.state.movies. And then we can simplify the second line. Instead of repeating this.state.movies, we can use original movies. So then we'll delete the movie. Here we should await this call and also apply async here. Now it is possible that this movie is deleted. So our API endpoint may return the 404 error. Let me quickly show you the implementation of this API endpoint. So here in Vidly API node project, under routes, let's take a look at movies.js. If you scroll down the bottom, here we have on line 66, router.delete. This is the ID parameter. So you can see if we don't have a movie with the given ID, we're going to return a 404 error. All right, so back to our movies component. We delete the movie. Here we need to wrap this in a try catch block like this. Try catch exception. So we check if exception has a response and response has the status code 404. We want to display a toast notification to the user. So on the top, we should import the toast function from React Toastify. Now let's go back to handle delete. Okay, here, if we have a 404 error, we're going to call toast.error. This movie has already been deleted. So this is the error that we expect to get from our API endpoint. If there is an unexpected error, our HTTP service will automatically log it and display a generic error message. Now, either way, we should undo the changes. So we will call this .setState, set movies to original movies. Save the changes. Now let's test the application. All right, our list of movies is now populated with what we have on the server. So let's open a new tab pointing to the same page. I'm going to delete this movie here, test movie, delete. Let's refresh the page. The movie is not there, so our delete function worked properly. Now let's go to the first tab. Test movie is still there because we don't have a real-time application. So the data does not get refreshed automatically. Now at this point, if I try to delete this movie, we should get a toast error. Let's have a look. Delete. And here's our toast error. Beautiful.